Here we go. Trial!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Are we actually gonna do
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
I know.
But if then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. Okay,
Yes.
then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
Yeah! First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. By spinning in a circle!
Yes, the spin cycle.
Okay.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh, derp.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's correct.
He gets approved. Nope. No, I don't. I just wanted to interrupt you because I felt like it.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
It appears, according to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No!
No.
No, it's
That's
not!
correct.
That's wrong! I will correct your wrongness!
Can we agree
Have a
that
break.
the object
Have a
that
Kit Kat.
dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
Of course.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Yeah, there's like literally no way it could be anything else.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
It's also vital for knowing this.
Yeah,
This
where the
information.
hell have you been? That's what freaks you out. Out of everything you've seen so far, that is what freaks you out.
What about the woman standing next to you?
God, your priority is about as straight as a freaking street light that was hit by a car. God.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What?
Yes.
For real?
What?
Chihiro's
No.
killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Yes. We've already established that.
Fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Oh boy, more new things! Absolutely! Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Okay. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the... Yeah, to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. If you shoot an actual mark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out.
I feel like what we should do is we should listen to the entire explanation that a character gives, analyze them,
Yeah.
and try to figure this out.
Good luck and have fun.
Washing machine time.
I'm going to spin in a circle and get dizzy.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
There's a lot of proof for it.
Speaking of...
That's definitely what it is.
I don't know who that
It's like one of the best moments ever.
Okay.
There's just no proof for it.
Oh! Dang it!
is.
Your freaking words!
Genocide. I don't know who that is.
Shut up.
There's just no proof for
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Get your
gotta
stupid
figure it
purple
out.
words out of here.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
Yes.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
I mean, this is like a government school, so makes a bit of
The
sense.
why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Yes, that's exactly what it says.
I never want to hear that word ever again.
Hifumi,
Stop talking.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
how the victim was positioned.
I got it!
Yeah.
Got it!
Good job, Eric.
In every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
I took my notes. I'm prepared for the pop quiz.
Did you actually take notes?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say that's dedication.
No.
Other than the
Alright.
killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
I would laugh so hard if there's like a voice clip of Byakuya going, "I'm true."
It's true!
Anyway, go ahead.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Interesting. Don't know how that works.
You remember the theory that I came up with a couple of days ago? Or you know what, hold on.
Why is this gotta be so complicated?
I don't know, Avril Lavigne.
God damn it. But you remember that theory I told you a couple of days ago regarding this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I might be right. But let's continue.
Anyway, it's a riddle for sure, but I do feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Let's spin in a circle. That's my thinking spins. Oh, right, this. Oh god. No. Oh,
Okay.
duh.
Oh shit.
Wait.
What are you doing, dude?
I know what the word is.
Oh, you do?
I didn't
Oh,
know.
schizo!
Now I
Schizo!
understand.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is it
Good
because
memory.
Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
I could see that being used in response to things.
Yeah.
Perfectly acceptable.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Yes.
The only thing that shows Toko could have split personality has to do with her behavior.
Her behavior changed.
Behavior changed. I don't know what else.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Yeah, like totally different to the max,
Yeah.
bro.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
She looked like that.
I'm fine, kid.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I actually get myself chills with that. Ugh.
Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Kid!
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Okay.
Why does that make you laugh?
It sounds so specific. I don't know why.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean.
Sorry, Toko. I don't mean to laugh at your misery, but just wording.
Not to
Actually,
mention,
we do.
when she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
That would make sense.
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Okay.
Oh.
So, you already got some insider info.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
Well, that clears it up.
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
Yee.
But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
I mean, okay, from the very or maybe not from the very beginning, but like a little bit in, we kind of start to suspect it was her.
Yeah.
But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Then why didn't you keep it?
I mean, I don't know if you could really control these things.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Oh god. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. I'm glad we don't have visuals for that.
Yeah.
A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Oh boy. Okay.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Not the voice I was expecting. Also, how does your tongue do that? Don't answer.
Eric.
What the heck?
Phrasing. I realized the phrasing.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Okay, a bit of a murderous take on Jack and Jill, but alright.
Oh my god, shut up.
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Well, in a game where you kill people in order to, like, try to get out of here, that's kind of a problem. Okay.
So intense.
Like they say, sound and murderous mind, sound and murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Hey, we get it. You find a lot of things funny. We get it.
This is the murderous fiend at Genocide Jack. My delivery was terrible. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Okay, fine now. Everything's a-okay.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
You're not involved in this.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Don't try to apply for Comedy Central or something. Just.
God damn it. Why would you give me images like that?
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume the secret was about Genocide Jack.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
That would explain it. Okay.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
Which is exactly what somebody who is the culprit would say.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all this. By spinning in a circle!
Hey, you can stop that now. Okay, let's analyze everything.
But I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof?
Modus
do we need?
operandi.
Give it up. You killed her.
I think that was the only time.
I think that was the only one.
That was the only one.
When you compare your
Jesus
past murders
Christ.
to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
Jesus.
That was...
The freaking fast forward
Are
voices.
the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Oh yeah!
That is true, yes.
Because it's an extension cord.
It was an extension cord.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Oh, come on. That was uncalled for.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Don't diss Chef Boyardee.
Let me rephrase that
Well-
in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
What the hell they mentioned Chef Boyardee in them?
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference. The victim's fatal injury, I guess.
I think so. Yeah.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Oh, that is true, yes.
Oh, yeah.
They were.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Yeah, with a dumbbell.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Why are you comparing Italian food to murder? The hell? What is happening?
Okay,
Please press the A button. I don't want to look at that face.
fucking...
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Thank you.
Look, if you want to open up Jeffrey Dahmer's Italian restaurant afterwards, then fine, but just
So,
stop
you're
talking.
saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you'll see a clear difference. What was used to suspend her?
There was something about the time that, like, Genocide Jack would commit these crimes.
Yeah, but I don't think it really matters in this context. Because
Maybe what
there's
was used to suspend her.
I'll try this.
I got it!
Okay, yeah, you were right.
Remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Oh, that's right.
What's your point?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Oh, true, yeah.
Oh, the scissors did everything. Okay.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac.
Who the hell is
Who's Big Mac?
Makoto?
Don't get Ronald McDonald involved in this.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
Why does she keep...
You really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice
They were all male. They were all male. Because Chihiro was a girl.
I got it!
Got it!
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you
Hey.
talking about?
Why?
What do you mean, what are you talking about?
What are you talking
In
about?
all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Right. It was all guys. Just knew it.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men.
Okay. Okay, you can stop staring at me like that!
That line,
You can stop staring at me like that!
That line ain't no.
I said it! I'm so embarrassed.
The hell is wrong with you?
Lot.
I can't help it. I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
I have no clue what is going
Was a
on.
girl and not an adorable little man. You wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen?
Stop making Italian references! I'm gonna hit you over the head with a pasta noodle.
I have too much passion and conviction
One
to
singular
cross the line.
noodle.
That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
It's not gonna do anything.
I don't care.
We get it. You've clearly
I'll slap you with a
explained your
noodle.
hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
It's a school. There has to be scissors somewhere.
Any
Yeah.
scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, calm down. You look like you're biting your thumb off.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, don't worry me like that.
Da, 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 da.
Lovely. So those can kill someone at any time.
She's fully equipped.
Okay.
That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime.
Lovely.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you? Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
We tripped over your shoelaces a lot as a kid.
How
Sorry.
dare you not know how to tie your shoes!
Okay, let's not.
I have
Let's
no
not.
idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person.
Hmm.
One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Select.
It has to be Byakuya. Who the hell else could it possibly be?
You.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Not even responding.
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Get a fire extinguisher.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
The moment that you stopped going to the meetings, probably.
Yeah, how about that?
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, suspicious.
It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. Oh boy! More things! A truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the... yeah, stuff happens. Then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, make your boy to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits. Let's just run this through.
You said Byakuya
That's
was
what we're doing.
Kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
Hey!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Dude, seriously?
Dude.
Really?
Dude.
Really?
Dude. Dude.
Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
No, that wasn't right.
Don't scare me like that. Okay? Don't scare me like that by firing words at me! Hearing Byaku's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realize there's a clear contradiction there. Because it doesn't make sense how we could have known before we even found it.
Oh my god, wait a minute. That is bizarre, because I'm trying to think of a good way to word this. Do you know what I mean?
I sort of think I know what's happening. Like, somehow Byakuya knew about this before it was made aware to
We didn't know who the victim was. We knew there was a murder, we didn't know who the victim was, and Byakuya, just by sheer chance, chose the girls' locker room.
Yes!
We didn't know it was Chihiro at the time. It could have been anybody.
How do I prove this to people?
I'm not sure.
You said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Oh!
Weird.
The victim was Chihiro.
There!
No, that's wrong.
That's how you do it!
Dude, don't give yourself too much crap. It's kind of confusing the way that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Exactly.
There we
went
go.
to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byaku's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be?
The desk
lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope, was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
That's probably
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Do you think you understand it?
I think.
You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those things?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Sorry.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, I know, the freaking fast speech.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Hmm.
Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Ha ha ha!
What?
Yes.
Extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
There, he said it.
Yeah.
Guilty.
I
Guilty.
intentionally made it look
I can
like
get back to eating my
genocide
donut. Okay.
was
Okay.
Sorry.
There he admitted. Guilty!
behind it. Is that about right?
Kill him by taking all the money out of his pocket. He'll be shocked from money loss.
And by making him eat at a low-income area KFC.
He's doing it again. He's totally
What,
calm.
making stupid commentary? You're right.
He's totally calm. Totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Nobody asked for your input.
Right?
And put your tongue away.
So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Yeah.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second?
Oh boy.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Many things! Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No. I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. The scene of the crime?
Why would he be in the girls' locker room to begin with, is a better question.
True.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? That felt
It
good.
seems like he did. Damn right it felt good.
When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual crime scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
You're supposed to say please before you move on!
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
I got the proof. Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that
Posters.
was switched between the boys and girls locker room.
Posters.
The posters! Where's the posters? There's the posters. I have to press the right freaking button. There we go.
Got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Why would
Don't you think that's kind of strange?
A big boob.
I think it's kind of strange you're
All right.
using terminology like that to describe evidence in a courtroom hearing.
I'm gonna predict that Hifumi's gonna say something immediately after this line.
I agree. I'm pretty sure.
Why would the girls'
Oh.
locker room have a poster
No,
like that?
hold on.
Okay, not yet.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were
Oh.
totally fake.
All right, Eric, you owe me $10.
Wait, we don't make bets.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
And there wasn't any blood on it either.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
The carpets were switched, probably.
Disappearing stain or this?
I'm thinking that.
I got it!
Got it!
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Whoever killed Chihiro was a carpenter.
But why would anyone do that?
What?
Clearly.
Carpenter?
Yes.
That has nothing to do with
From one
carpets,
locker
or
room
whatever.
to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
Moving carpets has nothing to do with carpets?
Eric, a carpenter is somebody who builds things out of wood.
Oh. Why do they call it a carpenter?
I don't know, English is stupid. Just press A.
Freaking okay.
Oh my god.
You and me both, Taka.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime,
Oh my god.
the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Wait a minute. Right, because you can't get in there without a handbook. Right?
This has something to do with the handbooks. Maybe.
This has something to do with the handbooks.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card
my
reader
God.
device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Oh,
She
don't
had no
tell
way
me.
to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Shut up! God! Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Let's just let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it
Is
happen.
it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
Don't think.
Why
that's
would
it.
she do that?
That's it.
That's probably not
She
it.
used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Oh!
She had that.
Oh.
She could get into the boys' locker room, no problem.
But
Huh?
why would she do that,
I'm
though?
talking about Leon's handbook.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, no, that's not wrong.
That's
That's
not
correct.
wrong, that's right, but... Wait!
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Oh.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Broken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya was the one who did it. Really? Still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait,
that-
wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Recess.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
We're going to
Okay.
recess! So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in lead. And where she took us was... back here.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Oh, jeez. You want the chicken again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully?
Hifumi.
Like using our hands?
Stop talking.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
See, he gets it.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Stop talking.
And stop making that face.
Stop not working, controller. Jesus Christ. Freaking of all the things for it to not work on.
Stop screwing around.
Yeah, stop screwing around, controller.
Okay, here I go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her
Okay.
entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What?
She's turning Super Saiyan.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
I don't.
Uh,
I don't. What? Huh?
Chihira's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
is a boy.
Oh!
What?
Oh!
What?
So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Why are you so calm about this?
Why are you calm about this?
What?
Oh! Okay, there it is. That's the reaction.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
That doesn't look like joking.
Yeah.
And it's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
What?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Of course you knew.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Okay.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Jesus Christ, did I use the wrong voice for Chihiro?
Next time on Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. No, you're not getting a witty remark.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
This would be a very boring game of hide and seek. They're all standing in the same room, not moving. Shoot! He's gonna punch me again. Damn it. How did that joke somehow become actual evidence for this freaking thing?
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Let me put that in my Fact of the Day notebook. Or something. I don't know.
Fact of the Day notebook.
I probably have one of those.